feeling a little giddy heading into the Goodwill today. I haven't been here in over a month. Let's see what I can find. I'm always optimistic when I go to the Goodwill. I bring my own bag and get a cart every single time because I plan on filling it up. Here we go. I ended up heading to the hard goods first because this Goodwill always has really nice dish sets and glassware and decorative items. So I wanted to take a look. Right off the bat, I found some interesting looking crystal glasses. These were by Resell. I decided to pass on those because there was only 3. These I was really excited about initially. I thought they could be baccarat because they were so nicely made. I picked them up, but upon further inspection, I don't see any marks, so I don't believe they are actually baccarat, but look how much they would have been worth if they had been signed. That brand can have some crazy great values. I also thought this little 60s, 70s dish set was really cute, but they had it priced at $69.99, which is just too expensive. I took a closer look at this tea set, but it was missing the lid, so I passed. This set of plates is really great, but the glasses behind them are even better. I will tell you more about that later. I ended up picking up 4 out of the 7 of these plates, and I really wish I would have picked up all 7. They had a decent resale value, and I just thought they were really cool. I put this in my cart, but once I did research, it turns out that the resale value wasn't that great, so I decided to put it back. Then I checked out kind of the home decor tchotchkes aisle, and there was some fun, kitschy things there, but I passed on that. Then I saw these great Danish modern candlestick holders, and I have sold this brand before for over $100, so I was thrilled about that pickup. Then I headed over to look at the mugs. I'm not typically into mugs, but there were a few that kind of were interesting, vintage looking to me, and I wanted to take a closer look. I thought these were kind of funny, but I didn't end up picking them up just because I'm not very motivated to list mugs. These ended up being a really great find. These are by Waterford Crystal. Then I found this amazing leather chair for only $29. Look, there is one listed on eBay for over $2,000. I thought this little chair was really cute, but I decided to pass because it had some stuff on the back. Check out my cart. Here are those glasses. You will not believe what they are worth. I will share in just a minute here. And I'll leave you with this creepy little thing that I saw at checkout. Hi guys, I'm back at my shop and I've got my haul to share with you. I didn't really get that many items, but a couple of the items had some really amazing values that I'm honestly shocked about. So let's get started. I'm going to get started with one of the most exciting things that I got, and it is this set of 4 Ralph Lauren crystal drinking glasses. They are marked RLL on the bottom. Might be kind of hard for you to see that. But I walked by these 3 or 4 times before I decided to pick them up and look at them. The first time I didn't see them at all because they were right behind some plates that I was looking at. And then clear glass, I kind of typically avoid a little bit because it doesn't always sell for that amount. But I had found some other great branded clear glass there that day, and so I decided to pick these up and look at them. And they are quite heavy. I could tell that they were crystal by the noise. And then I saw that they were Ralph Lauren, so I decided to look them up. These are selling for $350 to $650 on eBay. So the $650 was a set of 8. I have a set of 4. I paid 99 cents a piece for them. Oh my gosh. So, and I think there was a new set of 4 that sold for $400. So I think I'm going to list these on Chairish between $300 and $400. So fingers crossed, they actually sell for that amount. Okay, I got excited to tell you about those, and I forgot to give you my stats for my trip. So I did have a 10% off coupon this day, so everything is 10% off of what it's marked. I spent a total of $86. I did end up getting that leather chair that I showed you. So my total potential sales price is $1,250 to $2,500. I listed that leather chair for $12.95 on Chairish. I don't know if it'll sell for that. There were some sold comps at that price, but I am also going to be listing it locally on Facebook Marketplace. And I live in a smaller town, so I will list it significantly lower. Maybe $300, maybe $400. I'm not really sure, but it, you know, it could sell anywhere in between those two amounts. But I paid $29.99 minus that 10%, so only $27. So even if I sell it locally for $250 to $300, that'll still be a really great profit. So I just could not believe all of the great stuff that I got this day. Okay, so I found these also, and at first I didn't pick these up, and then I decided to look at them. They just, again, they were crystal. There was a lot of nice crystal glassware that day. I decided to do a Google Lens search on these, and these are actually Waterford crystal. So they're the diffusion line Marquee by Waterford, which is a little bit more affordable than the original Waterford, but they still have high prices. So these are for sale on Amazon for $85 per glass. And I got a set of 4, so I'm probably going to list these between $99 and $149. I'll need to do a little bit more research and then also see how they clean up. But I paid, did I say I paid $2 a piece for them? So $8. Wow, I'm so excited. I also got all of these, a set of 8 of these crystal shot glasses. Now, I was kind of on the fence about these, but they were 99 cents a piece. I did a Google image search, and these look a lot like some Baccarat shot glasses. Although I cannot find any marks on any of them, and I would really imagine that if they are Baccarat, they would be marked. You know, a designer is going to mark, but look how pretty those are. Can you see how reflective the crystal is on that? And again, when it kind of sings like that, you can tell that it is crystal. So I got a set of 8 of these, and I'm gonna again list these in the $99 to $149 range on Chairish. I picked up these, which I thought were really fun. These are Danish modern from the 1950s or 1960s. I've sold a single one of these before. I think I sold it for $99 to $129 for one, and I have a pair. So let's see, what did I say? I think I'm probably going to list these at $129, maybe more. I need to do more research, but I paid $5 a piece for them, so only $10. That is amazing. I ended up picking up these plates, but I only got 4 out of the 6 of them because they had them priced at $4 a piece, and 2 of them had bunny rabbits on them, and I didn't really think that graphic was as cool, and I didn't want to, I don't find myself super motivated to list plates, so I didn't want to pay up for them. So I just got, there was 2 each of these. This one is kind of odd, but I thought that might be desirable because it was odd, and then that's a monkey, and this one is like a greyhound. But these are marked Flemish Tapestry, The Hunt of the Unicorn, circa late 15th century, Seymour Man Inc. So these aren't from the 15th century. They're inspired by plates from the 15th century. So I paid $16 for all 4, and I will probably list these in the $129 to $149 range on Chairish as well. So if you are new to my channel, I sell on chairish.com as well as Poshmark. Typically items on Chairish I can sell for higher prices, but they do take a while to sell. It's not like most of my items do not sell quickly at all, even within the first month of listing. Usually it's like a 4 to 6 months at least to get the high prices. But I have a lot of space. I have this large warehouse building that I work out of and store my items. So I have room to, you know, wait for prices. I will try and remember to link the Chairish Seller's Guide in the description box below. So if you're thinking about selling on there, I would really recommend that you read all of that information, because it's kind of a different type of site than your traditional one. Their fees are tiered, and they go from 22% to 45% of your sales price, depending on how many items you have listed and whether or not you pay a store subscription fee. So you really want to be sure to read about selling on there before you decide to. Okay, so I got everything up here. I'm going to move these out of the way because I don't think I got any footage of it in the video, but I picked up a lot of belts. You guys who are my regular viewers know that I love belts, and I hadn't been to this Goodwill in about a month, and it didn't look like anyone else had been buying belts. I don't know why they don't, but I'm not gonna worry about it. So I got this just plain black leather belt. It does not have a buckle, but I still buy these. This is Justin brand, and it was only $1.99. I'll expect that to sell in the $20 to $30 range. This I thought was kind of a fun belt. It has a cork kind of look to it, and it is genuine. It is lined in genuine leather, and it's marked made in Portugal. It was new with tags, and it was $2.99. Again, I'll expect that to sell in the $20 to $30 range. I typically list my belts at $39 unless they are a high-end or designer name brand, or if they're like made in Italy or some sort of exotic leather. That's just kind of my standard price for belts, because I find when I price them at that, I land at a sales price of between $20 and $35, and that's kind of my sweet spot for belts, and I look at them like a bread and butter item. So sometimes I may sell them for less than other people do, but I really like to move them in and move them out and have, you know, sales, multiple sales a week. This was a really great find. It just looks like a kind of unassuming black leather belt, but when I flipped it over, it is Coach. I don't know if you can see that, but this is in excellent condition, and it was only $2.99. So I'll probably list this one closer to like $59. I'll have to look up at comps, and then I'll expect it to sell in the $40 to $50 range. This is a men's simple black leather belt, and it is Shinola brand. I've never heard of it before, but this was in excellent condition. It didn't have a tag on it, but I think they charged me $2.99 for this also. And I think I looked up this brand and it was pretty good. So I'll expect this to sell in the $30 to $40 range. I'm really trying to focus on only picking up black belts and other colored belts unless it is a designer brand, because my brown leather belt bin is overflowing and I've just been selling way more black belts. So this is another basic black leather belt. It has a little bit of wear, but not too much. It was marked $4.99, and I can't seem to find a brand name on this, and I'm not sure why I paid $4.99 for this. Maybe I was just going to average it out with my other belts, but still, I'll expect this to sell in the $20 to $30 range. This is just a purse strap, a white leather purse strap, and I will pick these up from time to time. Typically, I like to pick them up at like fill the bag sales or the bins, and I keep them so that if I find a handbag, you know, I thrift one and it's missing the long strap, I pick them up in all different colors so that I can just add a strap to it, because that seems to increase the price that I'm able to sell bags for if they have the crossbody strap as opposed to not having it. The other reason I picked this up is because it is Kate Spade and it's marked Kate Spade. So this one I may just try and sell on its own. It was only $2.99. Typically, I don't sell them on their own, but because this was a brand name, I don't know, if I list that on its own, I probably would list it for $20 or $30. I thought this was kind of a cool belt, and it's just fabric here, but the reason I picked it up is because it is Ralph Lauren. It's marked RLL, and then it's marked Made in USA, so I think it's maybe a more vintage item. Just had a real preppy golf, you know, country club look to it, and it was $1.99. Can you guys believe what I found? Are you surprised at the values of some of these? Let me tell you, I was super surprised at some of the values of these, and I definitely will be taking, you know, time to look up the clear glass, especially if it looks like it's quality, or, you know, look at the details on these pieces. So if you pick something up and it looks, you know, like it really has some craftsmanship that it went into it, or it's heavy, then you want to take the time to look at the bottom. It took me a while to see, actually I didn't see the mark on the bottom of this. I had to use a Google Lens, but it is marked Marquis by Waterford on the bottom, and you really just want to try and turn it side to side while you're looking at it and try and catch the light, because it's typically a very light, faint mark on there. I did pick up some glasses towards the beginning of the video that were, I think you pronounce it Reidel, R-E-I-D-E-L, which that's a really high-end brand as well, but there was only 3 of those. And I typically only like to pick up glassware sets when there are 4 or more. That's not to say you can't sell sets of 2. I have sold sets of 2. I just prefer to do 4 or more personally. What do you guys think? I am so excited. What a great trip. I think I was only there for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. I didn't look through the clothing at all. I took a glance at the shoes. There wasn't any good shoes, no good handbags. So if you are out thrifting and you're not finding things in your normal area that you look at the hard goods. There is definitely money to be made in hard goods. And sure, this will not be an instant profit for me. It may take 6-8 months, a year for me to realize these profits, but that's just fine with me. You know, if I can have a $100, $200 profit on an item, that's definitely worth waiting for. So thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out my other videos. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'll see you next time.